In Wilbrooke, windows are supposed to be decorative. We keep them spotless. We hang approved curtains. We open them on designated breeze days. We do not, under any circumstance, stare out of them after midnight. There was a memo about it last spring. I remember because Janine read it over the radio with extra brightness in her voice, the way she does when a rule is more serious than she wants it to sound. Residents are reminded, she'd said, that late-night window gazing can invite unnecessary confusion. Please trust that what belongs inside will stay inside, and what belongs outside will remain outside. Last night, I broke that rule. It was just after 1. I couldn't sleep. The house felt too tight around me, like the walls had shifted a few inches closer. I went to the kitchen for water, my bare feet cold against the tile. On impulse, I lifted the corner of the curtain over the sink and peeked out. The street was empty. The lamplight painted everything in soft gold. The lawns, the sidewalks, the perfectly parked cars. Mist clung to the pavement in low, slow-moving waves. Then I saw him. Me. I was walking up my front path, head bowed, arms hanging limp at my sides, my hair, my suit, my exact gait, but off somehow. Too smooth. Like someone had filmed me walking and was replaying it at the wrong speed. I froze, hand gripping the curtain. The other me reached the steps and climbed them. He didn't look around. He didn't fumble for his keys. He simply walked straight to the front door and stopped. From inside the house, I heard the faint sound of my doorknob turning, slowly, deliberately. I didn't move. I should have run, or yelled, or done anything except watch. But Wilbrooke trains you to be an observer first and a person second. The knob turned exactly once. The latch clicked, the door opened, the me outside stepped forward and crossed the threshold without hesitation. The me inside heard no footsteps. I let the curtain fall and pressed my back to the wall, heart pounding. The kitchen suddenly felt unfamiliar, like I was standing in someone else's house. From the front hall came a soft sound, like fabric brushing against the wallpaper. Then nothing. "Hello?" I called, hating how weak my voice sounded. No response. I edged toward the doorway, every light in the house suddenly too bright. When I reached the hall, I stopped. The front door was closed, the chain was in place, the mat was empty. But my shoes, my favorite pair of shoes, the ones I'd left neatly by the door, were no longer side by side. One was turned as if someone had slipped their foot out mid-step. "Okay," I whispered. "Okay." The house hummed around me. The air felt thicker, like there was more of it than before, like the space was being shared. In the living room, the television clicked on by itself. The screen showed static for a moment, then resolved into an image, my own face, staring directly into the camera. I wasn't wearing what I had on now. On the screen, I wore a suit I didn't recognize. "Good evening," Screen Me said. "You look tired." I couldn't answer. My mouth had gone dry. "I'm here to help," he continued, smiling. "Diane says you've been having trouble adjusting." My throat tightened. Adjusting to what? Screen Me's smile widened. To being the outside one. Behind him, just for a second, I saw my kitchen window. A figure pressed against the glass, watching. It was me. The current me. Hair messy, eyes wild. I spun toward the real window. Nothing there. Just my own reflection in the dark glass, pale and small. "Don't be frightened," the other me said gently. "It's confusing at first. One of us has to live the approved version. One of us has to watch." I shook my head. "I didn't agree to this." "You did," he said. "You signed. They just didn't tell you which side you'd end up on." He leaned closer to the camera, and for the first time I noticed that his pupils were slightly off-center, like they'd been painted on. "You're shivering," he said. "Why don't you come inside?" "I am inside," I snapped. He tilted his head with pity, not from where I'm standing. The television flickered. For a moment, the roles swapped. I was on the screen, peering out in panic, while he stood in my living room, watching with calm curiosity. Then the image stabilized again, approved me on screen, confused me in the room. "Janine will be in touch to finalize placement," he said. For now, try not to look out of any more windows. It makes the lines blur. The screen went dark. This morning, the curtains on every house on my street are drawn a little tighter than usual. Neighbors wave, but their smiles don't quite reach their eyes. When I pass the hallway mirror, sometimes I see myself walk into the frame a second after I've already gone by. One version of me is getting used to waving from behind the glass. The other is waiting to find out which side Wilbrooke keeps.